everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I've been wanting to add some new content to this channel because I don't want this to be solely a reaction channel. I do want to add some new content on here just so that it's not so stagnant and like me just reacting to everything, because sometimes that can get a lot, especially during these months when there's so many comebacks and all of that. It just kind of gets monotonous for me. So I want to change up my scheduling just a little bit, and I'm kind of explaining this to you before, doing the new content, which will come in a second. But I think what I'll do for now is that I will still be reacting to new music videos as well as album listens for my favorite bands, because those are the two things that I really like reacting to. And I also am still going to be doing my Getting to Know series because I really want to finish my NCT Dream one, which will take some time because I'm doing their albums now and there's a lot of albums in their discography. So that will take some time. And I took a break from that through May because May was a busy comeback month. A lot of my favorite groups had comebacks. So, and in June, there are a lot of comebacks in June as well. So hopefully I can get at least one of those this month for you guys. So other content that I want to do, I also want to do like bookish content. I do read a lot and I do want to talk about the books that I read. So I want to put that on here. I had started a new channel and that was going to be my booktube channel. But I decided to leave that just as like a vlogging channel. And so I'll carry on the booktube stuff onto this channel. It's not going to be a lot, but I might do some reviews of books and like book to movie adaptations and all that kind of stuff. So that will be on here as well. And then I also want to do like album reviews, which is going to be today's video. So I do my album listens, and those are obviously my first listens. I want to do reviews because after listening to albums a second time around or third time around, my order of rankings or my liking of songs tends to change. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of go over that and see if anything has changed with like recent comebacks, and it's kind of like a follow-up videos to my first listens. I just call them album listens rather than first listens, but those are like my first listens, the first time I'm listening to the album along with everyone else. So I thought that would be kind of a fun video to do. So that'll be today's video. And then other content I want to add is more film reviews or TV show reviews. Film and TV is another hobby of mine. I did go to school for screenwriting, and I went to graduate school for screenwriting, and I've been kind of falling out of TV because I feel like there hasn't been a lot of really good TV lately. We did just come back from a writer's strike, so I feel like we're starting to kind of catch up to things now. So I do want to add some more videos related to that. I do, like on my second channel, which I'll link for you guys down below if you want to check that channel out. I don't post that often on there, but I'll do like monthly reading vlogs and stuff like that. I will do like writing vlogs and stuff on there. So if you want to like learn about my writing vlogs or my writing and my style of writing, you can check that out. I haven't done a whole lot of writing vlogs yet, but I am getting into more of a writing mode. So there might be more writing content in the future on that channel. So because of that, like those passions of mine, I really want to add more of that onto here. So if I watch a movie that I really like, I might do like a short review of what I liked and what I didn't like, kind of thing. I watch more TV shows than I do movies. So if there's a new TV show that I watch that I want to talk about and gush about, then I will do that on here. I've also been rewatching a lot of stuff, so I thought it'd be fun to add videos of like this show versus this show that kind of stay in the same lane. I have one that I really want to do soon, which will probably come sometime in the coming weeks, that I will add on here. So with all that being said, this became a long-winded intro. I will basically have like 2 reaction videos a week, or maybe 3. So I'll have my like comeback like whenever there's a new comeback, I'll do that. I'll watch the music video, and then I'll also do my first album listen, and then in like a couple of weeks after that, I might do a reflection reaction video on the album. And then I'll have, in that same week, I'll also do a getting to know episode for you guys so that I can keep up on that, because I also do want to do other groups for that. And then one video a week will be something different, and it'll kind of be random, whatever that is. So I just wanted to lay that all out there here versus putting like another video up, just to get that out of the way. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the content that I'm putting out. I really want to elevate this channel a little bit and do those more discussion type videos. I've done a couple in the past, but I definitely want to do more, and I think with this new schedule, it will help me. It has been hard to do those other videos because I try to react to dance performances and dance practices and all of that stuff. So I might do less dance practice reacting, and I'll still do like performance video reacting because that's still part of like, you know, comeback and all that stuff, but I might do less dance practices. I do love dancing. It is something that I grew up doing, but I just feel like it just adds a lot to do all of that. But we'll see. I might still watch them here and there, but I don't want to put the pressure on myself to watch every single comeback video that comes out because there's a lot. But with all that being said, let's get into what this video is actually about. Hi everyone. So for today's video, I wanted to reflect on the Enhypen Desire Unleashed album. So I did my album listen and watched the music video as well as the performance video, which I will link for you guys all down below, as well as my Enhypen reaction playlist. But I essentially want to review this album because I feel like my thoughts have changed since my first listen. I wanted to kind of share that with you guys because I feel like I wasn't too into it when I first listened to it. It is very different. It's a very different album for Enhypen. I definitely feel that. And I feel like a lot of people were not happy with what I had to say. And I will preface this, music is so subjective. Like, just because I didn't really love this album doesn't mean that it's the end all be all. Like, I still love Enhypen. I still will listen to them, react to them, and all of that. It's just this album at the time didn't quite do it for me. And I say this with like a precaution as a precaution, because I feel like sometimes engines are very protective and very quick to judge on my comment section when I say like one little thing, and they are quick to like say something. Please do not do that on here. This is just my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion, and I just don't like that when people are like correcting me or, you know, have something to say about something that I said. Like, literally, music is subjective and everyone has their own opinions, their own taste. So I'm just gonna put that out there. Please be nice in the comments because, again, these are just my opinions. So with that being said, some thoughts have changed about this album. However, I still don't think it's their best album. And again, it's not a horrible album. It's just something just didn't quite feel completed to me with this album, and I don't really know what that is. I'll kind of like give bullet points of like why I liked it and why I didn't like it. And one of the main reasons as to why I didn't love this album is that I think the songs are very, very short. I believe most of them are under 3 minutes, which is just a crime. I don't know why they specifically do this with Enhypen, because I feel like, I feel like TXT does like average length songs. So I just really don't know why these songs were so short. The longest song was Loose, which was 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The Korean version is like 2 seconds longer. And the shortest song was Outside, at 2 minutes and 1 second. I'm just like, I don't understand why songs are that short. And I know they do it for streaming purposes, but I like if a song is really good and it's like over 3 minutes and it's 4 something minutes long, I will listen to that song like on repeat. So they're still getting my streams. So I really don't understand why these songs are so short. They always take out a bridge, which I personally don't like. I feel like a bridge is like a nice break and a nice lead in to like the finale of the song. So missing bridges in these songs is kind of a letdown, and it makes the song very monotone, like very much the same. Like a lot of the times the bridges will be like a slowdown or like just a change up of the song, and I personally like that because then it builds up like the last chorus and like the outro and gives them a break essentially. Like also a thing with these shorter songs is that they're probably going to be more choreography based. I get that. Like you don't really want a long song and like pushing them through like a 4 minute song like all on choreography. But when you think about it, I mean, granted, like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, like they weren't doing like crazy choreography. Like it wasn't as like heavy as, K-pop choreography. But they were still like long songs. And so, I mean, that is probably why the choreography wasn't as strong as like K-pop and all that. But I just want like a little bit more variety of like lengths of songs. I feel like recently Enhypen just has been letting me down on the song length. And then another thing I wanted to mention, which someone commented on this and I feel like I didn't understand their comment. So I mentioned that I really don't understand when they add like different versions of the same song to the album. For instance, for Loose, we have the original English version because it was released as an English track. And then we have the Korean version, which I personally liked the English version because that's what it was intended to be. I understand like why they do Korean version so that they could like promote it. I don't know if they promoted the song though, like in Korea. I know they did Bad Desire, obviously, but I don't know what their other promotion song was. And then we also had Bad Desire With or Without You, the English version, which actually I did like the English version more than I did the Korean version, which typically doesn't happen. But what I was trying to say is that I don't think those necessarily need to be on the albums. I think they could be released as singles, like if they just want to do a Korean version of Loose so that they could promote it in Korea. And same with Bad Desire, like if they just want to do that to promote it in, elsewhere, like that's totally fine. But I think they could be their own thing. I think they could be their own, like released as a digital single or something like that. I don't think it needs to be on the album because we already have the original versions of those songs. And instead, what I would love if they got rid of those songs to get 2 brand new songs. And the comment was something like, it wouldn't necessarily change the length of the album. And I was like, it wouldn't, but we would still get 2 new songs. So it still might be 8 songs, which is totally fine. That's a totally fine length of an album in terms of hype albums because they tend to be like EPs or mini albums. What I was just trying to say is that we would get more new original songs. So that's all that I was trying to say. Like, it wasn't that it would change the length of the song. And first of all, I think they should do longer albums. Like, I'm used to longer albums because that is what happens in Western music a lot. I am totally used to longer albums, so I really want longer albums. But it would change the number of original new songs that we would get if they do that. Because they do like remixes of, their title tracks and promotion songs. Like they tend to do remixes. So why can't they just have the Korean version or the English version sold as like a digital single Like, I just don't understand. I don't need, like, for Orange Blood, it was a very short album. And half of the album were like 3 different versions of Sweet Venom. I did not need 3 different versions of Sweet Venom. So I hope that clears what I was trying to say, because we would still get 2 new songs, even if it doesn't change the number of albums or the number of songs on the album as a whole. So those are like the main reasons I didn't love this album. And it does feel a bit unfinished to me. Like, it seems like a very rushed album. And I don't know, like, people have been saying, like, for ATEEZ, like, that album felt rushed, but to me, it didn't. This one, to me, felt rushed and not complete. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep referring back to my notes to make sure that I say everything. So those were my 2 biggest ifs. Like, I think the songs are way too short, and I don't need all those different versions. Like, I just want the OG version. Although, again, I did like the English version of Bad Desire. Let's get into the songs themselves, because some thoughts and feelings have changed for certain songs, specifically with Bad Desire. So when I watched the music video was absolutely stunning. I think it's one of their more beautiful albums out there. Like, I think the budget was crazy. I thought the whole, like, demon, like, attacking them and trying to overtake them, I thought that was such a cool concept. And I'm a huge, like, supernatural buff. Like, I love supernatural paranormal TV shows. I love all that. So I really love that Enhypen just goes full force into their vampirism. And this one had more mythology in it. I don't know what the demon was that was in the music video, but I did enjoy that we were introducing demons and all that, because, like, Supernatural, the TV show, is, like, one of my favorite TV shows of all time, and I felt they may have been inspired by Supernatural, just with how the demon was going in and out of them. So I did like that aspect of it. So I did love the music video. I thought it was great. And Enhypen never fails in music videos. So, and I feel like each one, honestly, since, like, Dark Blood, has been getting better, like, for their title tracks at least. And I love their concept cinemas as well. Those are really cool. Although I didn't love this one as much for Desire Unleashed. I really loved the Dark Blood one and the Orange Blood one. I loved those ones. Yeah, I very much enjoyed the music video. And I really love the choreo as well. But again, Enhypen never fails in choreo. So those are kind of always givens with Enhypen. Like, I'm never going to be disappointed with choreography or their visuals in their music videos. However, the song Bad Desire itself is not my favorite title track of theirs still. And a big part of that is because it sounded like so many other things that I've heard. When I first heard it, I was like, this literally sounds like Justin Timberlake and Justin Bieber, like, mixed together. Sorry, whacked my microphone. It literally sounded like that. And then I was scrolling on Instagram after watching it, and there was literally a video of someone being like, hey, did this song sound like, you know, these songs? And it was literally Justin Timberlake's Mirrors, which the beat is, like, exactly Justin Timberlake Mirrors. And then a Justin Bieber song, I cannot remember which one it was, but it was of that era that I was mentioning that it sounded like to me. It was an older song, like when he still had that crazy, oh, As Long As You Love Me. It just came to me, As Long As You Love Me. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, it does sound like both of those songs. And, you know, it's fine to be, like, inspired by other sounds, other songs, but it just sounded so similar to the songs, so it didn't really feel like a new song to me. And another comment was, like, I had mentioned in the video that I didn't love it as much because it had reminded me of the songs they used to sing in the past, and I wasn't meaning sound-wise, just to clarify. Like, it does not sound like what they've done in the past, but it gave me the same feeling of certain songs of the past, and some of the, like, reasons why I wasn't as big a fan of Enhypen when they were first coming out was because I didn't love their music when they first came out. I loved some of their songs, but not like all of their songs. And I kind of had a similar feeling with this song. Like, I loved the chorus. I loved the Jay and Jake like back and forth. I loved that. And there were like certain aspects of the song that I really liked, but as a whole, like, it wasn't my favorite song. With that being said, it is growing on me. Like, after a couple more listens, I was like, okay, like, it is growing on me. It is catchy. But Enhypen knows how to make catchy songs. So, like, that's nothing new. It's still not my favorite title track. And I might do a video of, like, my favorite groups and, like, my favorite title tracks and albums and all that stuff. I might add that onto one of the other newer videos or whatever. But it just did not feel unique to me. Whereas, like, Brought the Heat Back or EXO, Only If You Say Yes, like, those felt fresh and new and unique to me. Like, I haven't really heard anything like those songs. So that's kind of what I meant with that. Yeah, it is growing on me though. So there's a plus. Still, again, not my favorite title track though. Other songs that I really loved off this album because of their uniqueness. Yeah, other songs that I loved because of their uniqueness were Helium and Flashover. Helium, I love a good rock song. I really like Enhypen's rock songs, and I think they're really great for their concerts. I think they're just so much fun, and I love their rock flow. Helium has that like 80s synth vibe that I just absolutely love and adore. I love a good 80s synth sounding song. And like, for instance, Anteam's Firework, love that song. Helium gave me that same feeling as when I listened to Firework. Like, I just immediately fell in love with Helium. Flashover I loved because I was like, I've never heard a song like this. First of all, I loved whatever that instrument was that was playing in like the beginning. It was very like traditional, like Eastern sounding instrument. And I loved that. And I was like, where are we going with this? And it was just very dreamy and dancey. I loved the falsetto vibes. Like, it was just amazing. And I was like, yes, I want more of that. More of those unique sounding songs that mix like traditional with modern and also showcases another side of like their voices. Like, I don't think they've ever really sang, like maybe he sung because he can literally sing in any range, but I don't think we ever heard them sing that high, like as a group collectively. And I love that. I love that they are pushing their vocals. Again, I don't know if they're using a vocal distortion or whatever, but I just love that we get to hear that. Now, as a whole, the album definitely is growing on me compared to my first listen. Yes, it is growing on me after like more listens. It's still not one that I like reach to very often, because like when there's an album that I really like, I will outplay that album so hard, and it will, you know, a lot of the songs will be my top songs of the year. So this one isn't that kind of album for me, but it is still growing on me after many listens since then. I was gonna say something else, I don't remember, but as a whole, I also feel like this is very much of an experimental album because we've got a lot of different genres in here, whereas Dark Blood felt like one complete perfect album. It just flowed nicely. The storytelling was great. Same with Orange Blood, everything flowed nicely together. This one was kind of like all over the place. Oh, even Romance Untold to me was like all the songs went together. For this one, I feel like a lot of these songs could have gone on different albums, and that's another reason why it felt unfinished to me. Like, I don't think Outside really fit the song. I'll get my thoughts on that song in a little bit, but I don't think it fit this song very well. I think Loose and Too Close were really good like songs together. I feel like those fit together, and I also feel like Helium and Flashover fit well together. Bad Desire, I don't know why it was I mean, I do get why it was the title track. Like, that was the song that had the most themes coming across with this album. I would have to, oh, that was another thing. I don't know how much these songs like connect to each other. I did look at the lyric codes, but I would have to look at the lyrics again, like on Genius or something, to see if there is a story, because they tend to do that. Like in Dark Blood, I believe there's like a whole story going on in their songs, and I think Orange Blood too. And then Romance Untold was just like their lovey-dovey album. That's kind of how I perceive it as. But to me, like, I don't necessarily know if these flow together. And also Loose, like, came out before, like, it came out as a single initially, so I feel like they kind of just added it on to this album. Or I don't know, like, if it was always, and now it's just, like, the pre-release of it. I don't know what the order of operations were. But yeah, that is kind of why it felt unfinished, because I don't know if, like, all of these necessarily flow together. And again, I would have to look at the lyrics and stuff. I may do that and then, like, come back real quick. But how I want to finish this review is talk about my rankings, because the order of the rankings did change a little bit for me. So I'll tell you what my old rankings were and then what my new rankings are. My old ranking started off with Helium as number 1, Loose as number 2, Flashover as number 3, Bad Desire as number 4, Too Close as number 5, Outside number 6. I'm not including like the extra versions of different songs because they're the same songs, just spoken differently. So not including those. So that was my old ranking. New ranking has changed quite a bit. And I was also still having a hard time like figuring out how I was going to rank these songs. So goes to show you that I did like a lot of the B-sides off of this album. But there has been changes. So the changes are Loose is actually number 1, because I forgot how much I really loved this song when I first heard it. I love a good funky song, like love a good funk song. And I love how chill funk this was. And love the choreo. Like, I just loved. And I cannot wait to hear the song live. I hope they add this to the North America tour. So, loved Loose, everything about it. It also reminded me a little bit of like Jonas Brothers, and I love the Jonas Brothers. So, yeah. So then second, but still very close. Like the first 3 are very close to each other. So they're probably going to constantly change for me, if I'm being honest. It's just depending on what mood I'm feeling, or, you know. Second is Helium. Absolutely love Helium. I think it might be one of my favorite songs so far this year, and I would love to see this live. Again, I don't know how many songs off this album they're going to add to the North America tour, or the Walk the Line tour, I think that's what it's called. I don't know what songs they'll add. Probably Bad Desire, and probably Loose, and then maybe like 1 or 2 other of the songs is what I'm guessing, because they already have choreo for Bad Desire and Loose. I don't know what they have for the other songs, but yeah. So Loose, number 1, Helium, number 2, Flashover, number 3. But when I tell you it was hard to decide like what was 2 and what was 3, Flashover was like really hard, because I actually ended up really loving that song. And again, because of its uniqueness and its like flavor, and I love the dance vibes of it. That's another one of my favorite genres of music, is like not necessarily EDM, but like dance. I don't even know what, electronic, but not like hard, you know, not what they do at the festivals. I don't go to those. I'll maybe like put some artists here that kind of give me the same feeling as Flashover. But yeah, so Flashover is number 3. Then this is the biggest change. So Too Close is actually, I moved it up because I actually really ended up liking Too Close. I thought it was really cute, and initially I was like, this kind of feels like elevator music. But I actually ended up really liking it in the end. So yeah, that moved up, which means Bad Desire has actually moved down. And again, none of these are bad songs. Some of them just didn't hit me the way Enhypen songs have hit me in the past. Bad Desire is just okay to me. It's interesting too because I feel like Enhypen has such great quality title tracks. So, I mean, it was kind of a letdown when I didn't love this song as much. And again, my own opinions. I know a lot of people like this song, but for me, it just didn't hit me as hard. So, yeah, Bad Desire has moved down. And Outside is still my least favorite song. I do not like this song. Like, I just do not like it. It is not for me. And I like a good hip hop rap song. Like, I do. This was just too experimental for me. And I don't know how well it fits Enhypen as like a whole. I love it when they do their like more R&B style. Like that's why I love Dark Blood so much, because it was so much of like, it felt a lot of like what I listened to as a kid. I love that album like so much. And I do love Future Perfect Pass the Mic. But Outside and Daydream, love those songs. Outside just does not hit for me. It does not. And I'm sorry, it really does not. It just didn't grab my attention. And I know some people really like the song, but it just was not for me. Did not like it. I also like did not like how they sounded on that song. Like, I don't know. And just the only part that I liked about that song was the Nicki chorus. The Nicki and Senu chorus. That was like really the only part of that song that I liked. So, yeah, those are my new rankings. I am very surprised by the order of how things change. It's so funny to me that Bad Desire keeps going down. And again, it's not that it's a bad song. It just didn't hit me. So, yeah, I hope I cleared up some things that I mentioned in my past video for some people. And I hope you like this thing. I kind of like it because, again, like, thoughts on albums that I've listened, like, will definitely change over time. And, you know, that clearly happened with this one. And I am listening to it a little bit more. At least those, like, first 3 songs, like, are definitely going on my repeat album or repeat playlist. I have a lot of playlists on my Spotify. So like I have like my K-pop songs on repeat, and then I have like an Enhypen like album, just like all Enhypen. So this will definitely go in the top 3 will definitely go on my on repeat album. But yeah, I think I could grade this. I think I initially gave it a B-. It has moved up slightly to a B. And it's really because of those like issues I had with it. Like, it just doesn't seem fairly finished to me. And the songs are too short. Far too short. So yeah, I would love to know your thoughts on this album, if it's changed since your first listen, or did you love it when you first heard it and still love it, or do you not like some songs, you know, after a couple more listens? Would love to know your thoughts. But again, be kind down below. And yeah, if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to hit subscribe, definitely do. But again, only if you want to. And I will see you all for the next reaction. Bye.